What's up, guys? Today we're playing Epic 7 and we have a guild battle for you today. Now, I'm really excited because I got to gear up some of my guys over the weekend using free unequip, and also I'm pulling in some new guys to try and see how they work. Let me know if you guys liked this video. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Let's go in and see what kind of trouble we can get into. Here we go. We have a main tower, and you guys know I like to fight meta teams because I want to show you how to beat them, and that means I might lose, but we're going to try it out for ourselves. Now, in this top team here, you know what I love to do for this team. I'm going to bring in a Crow to tank out the Senya. Then we're going to go ahead and bring someone who's going to be light. Now, I personally like to bring in something like, oh, she's already there, Doris. And then we need to use someone to go ahead and kill all this stuff here. So let's go ahead and bring in our Celine. They're giving Celine a buff. She's going to be awesome. I really like the changes for her. If you haven't built her yet, she works fantastic. For this bottom team here, you know, I think a lot of people are going to like Dark Corvus. They're also changing him, and he's going to be great here as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and try and bring in, I think I'm going to bring in a healer, and then let's bring in a tank too. Why not? It'll be fun. So what kind of healer do we want to bring today? You know, let's go ahead. I'm going to bring in Unbound Knight. That should be pretty cool. She's a brand new hero that is geared up, and I'm really anxious to see how she works. And then let's go ahead and bring in this. I really love to use Dien. I don't think she's appropriate here. She gives you attack buff, which is really nice, but we want them to crit our Dark Corvus here, right? So I think that you can bring in like a Destina. I think that you can bring in a Maid Chloe. Yeah, I think pretty much anyone here will work, won't it? Just about anyone? Yeah. I'm still trying out Destina. So let's bring her in. I'm interested to see if she has enough healing to sustain. Maid Chloe is a better choice, but I want to try Destina. I'm not sold on her. I don't know. I don't know what to do about Destina, to be honest. Same thing with Ray. People love Ray, and I'm just like, what do I do with this guy? I need to do something with Ray. All right, let's go. What are we going to do? I don't want to kill her. Do I want to kill her? I do want to kill her.
Step back.
See ya. See ya. I kind of wanted to keep her alive for the non-skill attack to keep triggering my Celine, but I don't think it's necessary. We have Senya here. Senya's gonna do a fantastic job triggering Celine. It's so nice, to be honest. So nice. I am bringing in a light tank. You know, light tank. I don't think anyone's better than Doris to tank out A-Rod. You could bring in someone like a Moonlight, Celine. I think that she'll do well there too. Let's not trigger.
You know what to do.
You can bring in a Moonlight Celine. You can bring in something like if you don't have Doris built, you know what you do is you bring in a General Purchase, right? General Purchase, then bring in a different healer, and then bring in an attacker. Now it's a little bit different because you don't have anyone to tank the Celine, but I think that's what you do, and I think that'll work for you. Now, oh my goodness, Constant. Okay, good. Finally. Stop hitting my Doris. She's got 120, 130 effect resist, and you can see, man, Senya is just going to town on her. Same thing with this guy, 120, 130, just going to town.
I gave you a chance. It's too late to say sorry now.
No kill. And a counter.
Let me show you the results of my research.
Come on.
Did that help?
So here's a problem. I got a problem. The problem is that I'm never gonna get the horse with
Now
crowd.
isn't the time to
100 effect resist just doesn't cut it against Senya. You're gonna have to figure out a different way.
Victory is within our
And
grasp.
I think Celine is gonna finish it out here.
I've
Finish it out.
lived
10k on S1,
for this
fantastic.
moment.
But I don't
I
think this
sense
crowd
my
is gonna
magic
make it.
nearby.
I don't.
if you're ready.
It might have to get a
let's
lucky
go.
Senya kill. Senya, Celine. There's too many names. I can't
Huh?
keep them all
Is it my turn?
straight. Don't kill me. Don't. Okay. Wait, that's okay. Oh, she's gonna trigger, right? She does it after? I hate that. She does it at the very end, which is super annoying. Celine. She's so great. She's so great. I run her on the stealth exclusive equipment. If you want to, you can run her on the attacks the greatest attack person. I don't like to do that because one, it's predictable, which is good for you if you use her on offense, but it's too easy for people to counter against her, so I don't really like that very much. Now we have here Unbound Knight. What does she do? Dispels all buffs. Okay. And can stun. Okay. Let's try it right now. Dispel all buff and stun.
The weight of the oath I've taken.
I'm running mine, I think, at 170 effect resist
Don't
and
ever ignore
about
the power of
75 or more on effectiveness. So I am hoping that I get a good,
the light's name.
removal for her
Beast of the West.
debuffs, but also that she's able to
I will punish
debuffs.
you with
I'm
the
hoping people
strength
don't
of
debuff her,
darkness.
and that she's also able to go in and figure out the removing of
What are
people's
you looking
buffs.
at?
So we're gonna see how that goes. I'm not really sure.
Another trial to overcome.
Now her S1 gives her a chance to remove buffs. I don't really want to use it here. I don't think I have enough
Work with me.
effectiveness to land it onto their Arowell.
If
So
you
let's see
wish
how
to
that
fight
goes.
me,
Now I have
determination will be
no
required.
soul burn here. So there's two things that I can do. I can try and go into this Arowell. I didn't see how much HP she has.
You force me
Or
to
I can just go into another. Well, I already did it, so I guess it doesn't matter now. Oh, so close!
afraid.
Oh, this is a problem. This is a problem because she's gonna res now, right? She's gonna res. So the reason I bring Dark Corvus is because you can use him to dark tank this, which is very nice, right? As you can see, he's just sort of taking damage, and he's not dying, which is very good. You can also bring in something like an Ravi or someone
This
else who
world's
does great
existence
damage
no longer
here.
has any value.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Don't crit. Oh, why you? Oh man.
I made it in the
Okay,
nick of
I
time.
get lucky. I get lucky there. So why have I switched up? Because I did not get the
Radiant light.
extinction on Arowell. I probably should have said that. That's why I bring Dark Corvus. I want to get the extinction on Arowell. That way, if you keep extincting all the heroes, Spirit Eye Celine just
In the
isn't that big
blink
of a
of an
problem.
eye.
But if she has Dust Devil, she can't.
Out
Dust
is
Devil.
painless.
Don't kill me.
Another trial to
Man, that
overcome.
was so close. So close.
Those who stray from the path of righteousness.
You have Spirit
shall
Eye
be
Celine,
punished.
you could have an Arowell or a Ruel, you can have a Maid Chloe, and when you bring those guys in, now you have a problem where you are gonna get continued resurrections, right? So what I do is I bring in Extinction. And Dark Corvus, he doubles as a dark tank so that I can go into these heroes without too much problem. Now I do have a stun here, which does make it a little bit easier
picks their
for me.
battles wisely.
Only Dispel, so that's not very good.
If you
But
wish
I
to
think
fight
that
me,
if I don't land this Provoke, she's just gonna resurrect.
Wandering souls.
And that's exactly what I'm trying to avoid. Now she's not gonna bring back Adin, but she is gonna bring back this guy. Ugh,
Beast of the
sucks. I can't kill him.
This world's existence no longer has any.
She's gonna heal,
The weight of the oath I've
especially if
taken.
she's on lifesteal. I don't run mine on
Will be
lifesteal,
brought down
but if she is
upon
on
you.
lifesteal, she can heal up to full, and
I
it becomes
protect. That's
an
what I do.
issue.
What are you looking at?
It's okay. We're okay.
A true knight picks their battles wisely.
What to do? I guess I just kill. Guess I just kill.
In the light's name.
Let's you know what? We're gonna heal, and then we're gonna have to whittle down the Spirit Eye Salim. What I also like to do against Spirit Eye is I like to bring in a because he does that extra attack. It's gonna be really good against things like her, against ML Vivian, against you know, like Tempest Surin. Those all work really well.
I will give to you death. And save you.
Is he not gonna kill her? He's not gonna kill her, is he? It was close. It was close. That was a little slower than I wanted.
Still fight.
Wait for the soul burn on your S3. That way you're able to go ahead and murder the Arowell. That'll make your game run a little faster, right? So here we go. We have the same team on bottom, but I do want to look at this top team, Lua, Shu, and Mercedes. This is a team that I do see. I think that it's a pretty good team to fight against. It is kind of difficult. So let's see what we can do here. Now for this bottom team, I'm going to go ahead and, you know what? I'm just going to switch the knights, right? Now what I want to do here is, even though I could use Celine, you guys are probably tired of seeing her. I'm never tired of seeing her. She's amazing. Let's pull in our DN. Now one other hero that I just built, Savior Adin. So what I want to see here is how Savior Adin puts up against this team. She does have the evasion. I'm using her on her own artifact. So she has 70% chance to evade. And I'm going to use her kind of like I would use something like a Violet, or you guys know I really love Edward into Lua. Now this bottom team, we're going to put in a different kind of Soul Weaver. Didn't gear up any different Soul Weavers here. Did Destina work? I mean, I guess she kind of did, right? She wasn't horrible, but she wasn't amazing either. Let's go ahead and let's bring in Desert Jewel. Is Desert Jewel gonna work here? No, right? I don't think he's gonna work. He can do the inversion on the shields, but I think that there's just too much damage here. I think this is too much damage to put up with for Desert Jewel Basar. No debuffs. Let's bring in Montmorency. I haven't used her in a long time. We're bringing in Momo. She's gonna do great. She's you know, on a super easy build, which is something that I really like. Oh, okay. 160 effect resist, and she removed it.
Let's advance together.
So that's interesting. That's interesting. Let's go ahead. We're gonna start putting up stuff. We're gonna start. Now, who do we want to kill first here? We can't kill Lua, right? So I think the first thing that I want to do is I want to pop Mercedes. I want to make sure that when I get the counter attack, you know, eventually someday, that that it does as much damage as possible on this Mercedes. Maybe I can kill. Ah, not yet. I wanted to kill before Magic of Friends.
I made it in the nick of time.
You see that evasion? Awesome evasion there. Thanks for that.
Those who stray from the path of righteousness shall be punished.
Evasion. Oh my gosh. Evasion will drive you crazy.
I will guide you
Anyone who
through the
loves to
light.
use Riolet knows evasion
Please,
will
save us.
drive you crazy.
I fight with the power of
Okay.
all.
Let's go ahead and we're gonna pop her right here, right?
Call.
Now,
Unveil
especially if
your
she
hour
has
of
the attack buff, then you want to make sure that you nail her
I
and
believe
take
this
that
is what the
off.
goddess wills. Here. Should I end it?
Okay. Still no counter attack. She got hit
A
once
true
already.
knight picks their
Still no
battles
counter
wisely.
attack. Okay. Okay. So this has a chance to remove 2 debuffs or 2 buffs. And what does she do? She soul burns on S1, unable to be buffed. We're gonna go ahead and use this here, and we're gonna take this off.
We still have hope.
Now, what are we going to do? How hard is she going to hit? So she does penetrate by 50%. She's mostly on a damage build, so she should be pretty good here. Does Lua have her buffs up? She doesn't have her S2 or S3. So let's go ahead. Let's just see how hard she hits.
Take note
She has
for
attack
future
buff.
reference. This is what a
I think
perfect
she's
shot
on
looks like.
penetration set. Was that 15,000? The explosion got in the way.
Let's advance
Okay, and
together.
3,000 there. So Savior Aiden, she was okay.
Don't worry.
She was
I'm
okay.
here.
3,000, so 8,000 on an S1, 3,000 on that counter attack. She did not evade until the very
With
end,
this
so she
sword
got
of
blasted.
spirit,
70%
there is
evasion.
nothing that I
No
cannot
evasion.
stop.
15,000 on
It'll all
S3.
be over in the blink
That
of
was
an
okay.
eye.
She probably needs more damage. I think she's going to need more damage. I want
Shall I have
that
a go?
S3 to be able to kill. I think that it has to be able to kill there. So, when you see this, right, we don't want to hit into Aiden. Instead, what we're going to do is we're just going to hit one of these guys. She can counter if I crit her by accident. So even though it's invincible, we're going to go into this one
Is it my
anyway.
turn? Even if
Then we're going
it's
to heal
just
up a
right.
bit, and then we're going to go ahead and start to do some
This
damage.
world's existence
Unfortunately,
no longer has
can't
any
do much,
value.
but I'm going to go for the potential.
I will
Nope.
do my
Oh,
best.
come on. What I wanted there, it did not work. I wanted to get counterattacked. You have Dark Corvus, let him get blasted. He's just going to build stacks, and then you're going to win. One more hit. Good to go. That's nice. That's nice. Now, I think what I want to see here from our Dark Corvus is
If you wish to fight
we're going to
me,
wait till Soul Burn, and then we're
determination
just going
will
to
be
destroy this guy.
required.
It'll be fine. Counter, I have been seeing counter.
I'll help
I
you.
do like the
It's
counter. I
going
just
to
don't
be
have
okay.
enough gear
In the
to
blink
put
of
her
an
on
eye.
counter. Her S1 removes the debuffs. I think it heals her too, right?
If you're ready,
No, did not heal.
let's go.
So I think the counter is a good move.
This world's
Here's our
existence
soul burn.
no longer has any value.
Let's go ahead and just knock this one out. I did about 24,000 without soul burn, 35,000 with soul burn at 30k health. So I think that's what you aim for on Dark
What
Corvus.
are you looking at?
1,500 defense, go about 30k health,
I'll make
and
this
then
painless.
put the rest into effect resist. That way he doesn't get
In the
stunned.
blink of an eye.
Now they're changing that. He's gonna get a buff that comes out like in
What are
2
you
days,
looking at?
and they're gonna make him immune to stun, which is great.
Shall I have a go?
I think that you build him exactly the same way. Don't change anything. Keep building him with effect resist. I think that you're gonna be just fine.
An opening. Leave it to me.
Okay, good.
I will punish you
So
with the
we
strength
can't kill
of
this,
darkness
so let's go ahead and we're gonna
until
finish
all
her off. Even on a miss, Dark Corvus is gonna kill Savior. And then some. Look, 19,000 on a miss.
Help you?
Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
Let me take your pain away.
Now, once we get into this, she's got
ill-fated relationship
basically
between
no
us
hope.
ends
We did an
here.
extinction on all of her friends, So
If you're ready,
it is what
let's
it
go.
is. She's gonna be fine.
March.
I love Crow. You can bring pretty
I
much
will
any
do
knight
my
into
best.
this, and I think you're gonna be fine.
This
This
world's
guy here,
existence no longer has
no
any
effect
value.
resist. So if you can
I'll
bring in
make
a
this
stun,
painless.
a sleep, then I think that you're gonna knock her
In the
out.
blink of an eye.
Now isn't the time to hesitate.
Crow finish. Anytime you get horse, I love to kill someone with horse. This is so fun. This is something fun about it. I don't know what it is.
I can
Don't know what
still
it is.
fight.
But save your Aiden. She is meta. You're gonna see her. This is exactly how you do it. Any tank, any healer that can sustain is gonna be fine. Don't bring in dark, right? Don't bring in a dark knight because you want dark Corvus to tank it. Also, you can use a different dark hero here to tank as long as they can survive. A Ravi is a good choice, but there are others as well depending on how you have them built, right? So let's see if we can find something else. Now for this next fight, I could not find another very interesting battle. So we're going to look at especially how this top team functions. Para can be a problem for a lot of people. So instead of basically using DJB, which is a popular counter to her, you could also use Zeo. This is a perfect Zeo fight. But I'm going to show you another way to battle her. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull in a counter cleave. So I want Edward. Then I'm going to also pull in Summertime Azaria. And then I think for funsies, let's go ahead and use Mediator Cowrick. He works pretty fantastic in this kind of battle, so I think he's going to do just fine with a counter cleave. Now on the bottom team here, we took a lot of time fighting those other ones, so let's go ahead and see if we can do another counter cleave here. So I'm going to pull in something like a Lilius, and then I think what I'm going to do here as well is I'm going to pull in Kisei. So there's a lot of ways that you can play this. You can try and just one-shot the Billion, you can one-shot a Ravi, but if you use an AoE, then AOL is going to put up her buff, and then you're not going to be able to kill on the next turn, and a Ravi might kill you. Now the problem here, I think, is where's the damage coming from? And what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and go first with our Kisei. AOL is either built at 230 or at 260. I'm very unlikely to see a 260 today, so I think that I can outspeed, and this will be just fine. This is going to be sort of an alternate way. I'm still trying to use Save Your Aiden, so I do want to see how much damage she does against a Ravi when she has a Proof of Valor. So let's see how that works. So here we go. I could not cut there, but that's okay. But we're still going to be able to cut with our AOL. AOL? Summertime? No, no summertime. That's all right. Let's see.
Excuse me. Cut.
He has blind. Let's hope it works. Did not work, but did not kill. Okay, well, we're not going to show you that guy, I guess. That will be fine. So, what are we going to do here? Well, we have to soul burn against someone, right? So, I think that what we do is we go ahead and try and soul burn. She's still silenced. Let's go ahead and kill this. Why did I do that?
I didn't think they'd
He
follow
had
us all
on-
the way here.
He had on,
I'd like to.
he had on immunity, but still got the kill.
Putting an end to this.
This is a lot sloppier than I thought it was gonna be. Sounds really good in my mind, but didn't really turn out that way. That's okay. Main point of this battle is that you don't need to be faster than Payra.
I swear.
There's a lot of ways to beat her. You can use the shield inversion. You can just tank her just like we're doing sort of now. What I really wanted was to show you a good ML Kawazu. Because he can come in and one shot, they were just a little bit too fast for me, and that's okay. Now, bottom here is exactly what we see. I think I'm at 230, so she's a little bit above me, maybe 235, 240 tops. So let's go ahead and we're going to see how we can do here.
Come,
Now, what I
I'll take
want
your
to
life.
do is I want to be able to hit this Aravi, but I don't want to deal with this provoke. So let's go ahead
I
and
won't
do
fall.
the provoke onto Bellion and get the
Who
pushback.
do know the terrors of the night.
Kisei is pretty good. I do like her for the reset. You can make her hit a little bit harder. I run her a little bit faster for RTA to try and get that reset in. She doesn't hit particularly hard on this type of build.
Blessings
Oh,
be with you.
As long as I have something
why'd you
to
have to
protect,
do that?
I will never lose.
Come on. Okay, what are we gonna do here? I wanted to hit a Ravi. Man. It's okay though. It's okay. We're gonna be okay. So let's go ahead and go into this AOL. She's almost dead.
Well,
That will
then.
be fine.
I
I
think
want
it's
to
time
get
for a
in
little action.
one
No
more
one
hit.
can hide from the
Well, I
light of
guess
the
I
full
can't.
moon.
I wanted to get in one more hit there. She'll go. I think she'll kill. That's RNG, right?
With the power
Isn't that
of all.
RNG? That's what happens.
I'll make you taste despair.
Let's see if we can get a stun.
I will help you.
No stun. But we got an Elbrist. Consolation prize.
An eternal night will reign.
Savior Aiden. You guys see what I mean about Savior Aiden? She just... What in the world?
Beautiful silver light.
I used her in how many battles? I used her in 2 battles. Maybe 3. I don't remember.
If you
Anyway,
wish to live.
Savior Aiden, 2 battles. She evaded exactly 2 times. That was it. That was
Times
it.
come.
So I don't know. I don't know what that looks like. This is going to be a loss.
Everything in
Man.
Felicia is
Here's where I went wrong. AOL goes into Savior Aiden. She gets that one amazing evade for the whole match. She AoEs. Didn't think of that. Triggers AOL. Now we can't kill a Ravi. So it becomes a problem, right? Overall, this did not go to plan. Let's take a minute and talk about some of the heroes that we use today. Now, these 2 heroes are both light, and I just geared them up over the weekend, so this is kind of my first stab at using them. Savior Aiden is an amazing hero that came out with episode 4 once you beat the final boss. This is probably the best hero design they've ever come out with. It's amazing. She has everything you could possibly want in a hero. Really love to use her, but she's gonna break your heart, no question about it. She's an evasion hero, which means she has a 50% chance to evade on her S2, and she can do an AoE sort of revenge hit after evading every 2 turns. And she gets her own artifact, which gives her an extra 20% chance to evade. This is going to be similar to like a Violet or a Rylet with a 70% chance. Now, when she attacks, she gets 25% additional damage if she has elemental advantage. They kind of made her into I kill all dark units kind of hero, but I don't think that it's working on the build that I have her on. We use Dark Corvus. I have 3 light heroes hitting him, and they're just not doing enough damage to kill him, right? But I don't think there's a lot of room for improvement. When we look at this hero, I already have her on penetration. I have her on some pretty good damage gear. Maybe it could have rolled a little bit better. We see some effect resist. We see some HP on pieces, and that's just how the gear rolled out. Maybe I can get her onto a attack pair of boots, up to maybe 4,000 attack, run her a little slower, try and get her crit damage up, and then maybe she functions on it. But I think this is going to be some pretty good gear with some pretty good rolls to be able to function how they designed her. She's not going to come out and be this amazing one-tap hero that I kind of thought would happen when I saw her in action. She's very predictable, she's very tankable, she is meta, but I think that this kind of gear needs some work. I do like to run her at about 230. I think this did pretty well. but she's going to need some more damage before I can really start to bring her into every team comp. Because once she doesn't evade and she gets one tapped, we saw that not only did she not evade, but she got crit with non-crit buff. So gonna break your heart, no question about it. Next up, we have Unbound Knight Arowell. She also has an amazing design. She's got this real, like, I don't know, Batwoman meets Rogue kind of vibe. This shield, very questionable, but other than that, super upgrade on her special change from her normal version. She gets an escort on her S2 passive, which means that she has more damage mitigation than any knight using Aureus. You can then put adamant shield or a different kind of artifact here to further improve your mitigation. Something like Monarch would be good, I think, but there's tons of different kinds of builds that you can use her on. I've seen people using counter set so that she gets this removing or dispelling buffs. Also, when she uses shield thrust here, she recovers 5% of her HP and increases her combat readiness. So very good candidate for counter. I just don't have counter set. They gave her a effectiveness buff, so that'll give her an extra 50, and they gave her effect resist, which is an extra 35. So really good. What they really want you to do here is they want you to build her as a standard tank, a little bit slower, but with the ability to control, and you want to have that effect resist so that your escort doesn't get removed. Once it's removed, you basically have almost no mitigation, so make sure that you stack up effect resist. 150, 160 should be the minimum that you're looking at here. I think you try and get closer to 200. That way you can resist some of your permanent dedicated debuffers, right? I think this is going to be it's a pretty good build. I think that we can do better. We want to get something like 13 to 1500 defense. HP I think is okay. If you can run her a little slower, maybe you get up to like 27,000. And then if you have the opportunity, try and get more effect resist and maybe take a little bit out of effectiveness. It's going to be great. As you can see here, I'm running pretty much all free gear. These pieces that I have are not very hard to get, so make sure that you go in and figure out what you can put together to run your Arowell. So this guild battle was pretty interesting. We tried to get fancy at the end and it did not work out so well. Next time, just pull in someone to tank the Aravi, get your Rowana for the Bellion, and knock them dead the old-fashioned way. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you liked this video, and I hope that it helps you in your next guild war. Until next time, happy hunting and good luck on those battles.